2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Yes, what lessons have they learned in defeat? If you learn lessons in defeat and can turn it into a victory, well, you never lost, did you? A quality shot, that. Putting for birdie here. Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
"13 feet to the cup."
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. There are so many stunning holes on this entire property, but there's few more picturesque than this downhill par 3 third.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
And now at 3 under overall. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Oh, that's a bonus. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Okay, steady now. And that should secure the par on this one. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in two. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here. And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt. Oh, just missed. Putting for a par here. Is it a tie for 14th place? The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Opting for the 9-iron. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. 7 feet to the cup. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And he dances his way to the top 10 after that delightful shot. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
Little birdie look in here.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
Look, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Important putt here. They make it. They're into the top 5. Well, how good's that for the eagle? Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. So as we head into the back 9, Rich, what are your thoughts on this player?
Not bad. 2 back with 9 to play. Can't afford any mistakes. Let's see if they can continue pressing on and making birdies.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. And choosing the 8-iron here. Yep, that shot safely on the green. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. Ooh, right by the hole. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet. Now that's how you roll the rock.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
And back to the course with the live action. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of 3rd spot. That'll sting a bit. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And now -7 for the event. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
That's inside the range, and with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Oh, well played. Time for the second shot here at the 13th. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
They can't quite see the green here, Luke, because it's elevated, it's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
Good sounding strike, that one.
No, it's not often you come up against Tiger, but he's really proving himself out there today.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Let's see what happens here at the 14th. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. And he's down there.
Yeah, I think he's got around 135. This one's right of the green.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a great up and down from this spot. Beautiful shot.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
And 11 under in front of the player with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And the putt drops, now 11 under, heading down the stretch.
Just a very narrow margin of a lead out there. Let's see if they can calm their nerves and get this done.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Going with the 5-iron here. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Well done. Take the birdie. Leading by a shot after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
It's just about 3 feet away. Good putt that. He sits in first position. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5. You can get room 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. And there's your Farmers Insurance Open winner. A victory at Torrey Pines, extra special in anyone's career, Rich.
Hats off to this player for winning this week, grinding out a victory on the very difficult South Golf Course over the weekend.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
Luke, it's always fun to see a player when they are in full flight as they were this week. It was a blast to watch. Unbelievable job all around.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Today's coverage is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thanks, Luke. Hi, Rich. Yeah, there will be fireworks out there today, let me tell you. These two players have been going back and forth at each other on social media. They have something to prove out on this golf course today.
Now, you can't out-Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Currently 1 under for the tournament. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right, so a good accurate approach required. Going with the pitching wedge here. Good shot there, Beamer. What's in front of them, Henny?
He's staring down 23 feet here. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That was a gallant attempt. Just a short putt remaining here. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently 1 under for the event. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Rich, I know it feels like we say this each week, but I just love being here in Phoenix. If there is one event on the tour that just seems to elevate itself beyond all the others because of all the people that come here to enjoy it, it's this one.
It is certainly a different event than all the others. Now, there's other tournaments that are trying to replicate what they do here in Phoenix, but none of them are successful with it. When you have as many as 650,000 people coming through the gates during the week, you know you're in for a different, unique opportunity here on the PGA Tour. And to play in front of all those folks, even though you know most of them aren't really watching you play golf, they're kind of looking around the crowds and being entertained by everybody else. Still, to have all those people just seemingly right on top of you, it gets to be a little nerve-wracking for some of these players.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The par 3 4th at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right. Requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Looking really good, this one. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Solid par putt, that. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's a pretty handy shot. And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Now 5 strokes behind. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. Again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
That was a beauty. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. Just didn't drop. A par putt on the table. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
Well, that'll play, and with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Finishing hole of the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale is a solid par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. The big hitters will get after this hole, as there's plenty of room down the left-hand side. Although if you challenge that bunker on the right off the tee, it gives you just a short wedge into a green that's only guarded by a pot bunker at the front and then a back right bunker. A chance here to make a birdie. Let's return to live play now. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one heading towards the green. Lining up the birdie putt here. That's frustrating. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. The 10th at TPC Scottsdale is a short par 4, measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green and a big one to the front left to be avoided. And from the green side rough here. Wow, from a dodgy lie ridge. How special was that?
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
He finds himself at a share of 14th position.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Atta boy, good shot. From around 170 yards here, 3 behind our leader.
Oh, I guess they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
A good look at a birdie here. Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 7 under. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. It's time to check on the leaderboard. And this is a familiar sight. Jon Rahm leads this tournament. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. An opportunity for a birdie here.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
That's disappointing. Just a 4-footer remaining. Yeah, we'll take that. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. Setting up miles from the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Just 2 shots back after that hole.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Oh, that was pure. Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. Just 2 shots behind.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
Putting for birdie.
It's looking solid.
Oh, that's a ripper. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
He finds himself currently tied for 5th.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I love this 15th hole at TPC Scottsdale. Everyone's already focused on getting into the stadium hole. But this one here, wow, what a shot you got in front of you.
I'm laying up 8 days a week and hitting wedge in there close for my 3rd, Luke. No chance I'm taking on this 2nd shot.
Trying to get to 11 under with this putt.
A chance to get 2 back on the course here. This one for Eagle.
And down it goes.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
We need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
Bomb. Is there anything better in the game? And let's have another look at that one.
What an amazing putt from way out.
sitting at 12 under par for the event. This dramatic finish at TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in one, you never know, you could make it two.
Okay, time to return to the action. This is a great opportunity for him to get closer to the lead.
This for a birdie run.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
And as this player tees off on their final hole, they're one shot off the lead. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. The approach into the final green at TPC Scottsdale is usually with a little bit of relief, Rich, because the water's behind you.
Luke, the second shot at the 18th is fairly straightforward, but how confident are you feeling with 50,000?
And there it is, Rich. We're going to extra holes now.
What a grind this last few holes were for this player. They got it done. Late charge up the leaderboard. Love to see it. Heading to a playoff.
This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Luke, this player has a serious advantage over their opponent as they've played this hole so much better this tournament.
That's a big drive. Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Playing within their comfort zone there. And now with this to win the WM Open. And they've done it. They went the distance and then some. What a way to win.
What a putt at a most opportune time, Luke. Great win for this player.
How about that? What a great victory it was.
Absolutely, Luke. Winner on the first playoff hole, one and done. Thank you very much.
Well, that should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the dedicated, talented people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
So that's the final word from Beamer. Let's see how this one goes. And that will drop in for a birdie.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Oh, he's caught up in some branches there. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Oh, that is flushed. Get on the green. Second shot here on the third.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Yes, they've made it. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Teeing off here at the fourth. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Well, this is a little bit of a birdie blitz going on from the player. Can they make another?
It's a good start to the day. Let's hope they can keep up the good form.
That was a beauty, right against the hole. A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the fourth. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Like the look of this one. And with that, that's their fourth birdie.
This player is putting for fun.
The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
4 victories so far this season. That's some good golf right there. Getting ready to play their third. Just a couple back from our leader. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Ouch, that hurts. Just 3 feet to the cup. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Here's Ricky Fowler's next shot. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And Justin Thomas currently leads the field. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. Oh my, where's this one going, Henny?
This one might end up in the pine straw.
Oh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will move him to 6 under par. We've reached the 8th hole. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Going for less club here.
Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Oh, so close. Putting for par. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Time now to take in the 9th hole.
Oh, look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
This putt for a spot in the top 5. It was on a good line. Terrific shot. Almost an eagle. This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. He's currently tied for 5th. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. Bit untidy, wasn't it? Henny, how's that ball lying?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's 2 shots back. And he needs this to save par. That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Currently 7 under for the round. Teeing off here at the 11th. Yeah, nicely played. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for 3rd. Okay, steady now. 11 feet left to the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
This one's tracking. And there it is. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 for the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd. Ooh. And this putt to move into a tie for third. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 8 under. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Ooh, that almost went down. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, 13th. That's unlucky for some, Rich. Well, this should find the short grass.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to the action. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Oh, just missed. Big putt for par coming up. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. This shot from around 210 yards. 3 strokes off the lead. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. How close was that to going down? Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This one to save par.
If it's up, it could be in. For the par. Sitting at -8 for the tournament. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
Just didn't drop. An opportunity to make their par. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Let's finish with a flurry. It'd be nice to make a move up the leaderboard. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. And that's for birdie. Well holed. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. He finds himself in a share of 4th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, a massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
This is a spot they'd love to get up and down from. Just 2 shots off the pace.
Nothing like a little pressure to make it interesting, is it?
Like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Great touch.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot. Currently in the lead as we head to the next tee.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Time for the second shot on the 18th. going with the 5-wood. And here we are with the third shot. Only a few shots off the pace. And this putt to move into a tie for third place. And that brings a close to this event. Rich, they came out like they were fired out of a rocket, but in the end, they came up short. What a shame.
Luke, to start off that way, it's a dream. But let's face it, this player wasn't strong enough to continue with that. And I think they finished about where I expected them to.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Yeah, he's going to have some bullets coming his way throughout this entire matchup. Let's see if he can dodge them. Getting off to a great start at this event.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it, so yes, birdie on the first, great job.
Opting for the 5-wood. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. That was clinical. Beautifully played. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this putt coming up for his par. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. The first of the par fives, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 strokes off the lead. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Oh, wonderful shot, and a chance for birdie at the 5th. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 4 under. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
That's just inside the range. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Well played. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
High pressure moment here. This for a share of the lead. Oh, that's frustrating. An opportunity to make a par here. Currently at 6 under par overall. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
11 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Tracking and racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Yeah, that one will play. And a chance to reach 9 under for the championship with this putt. Ouch, that hurts. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now leading by 1 shot. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? And he's down there. You got to read.
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
That was a gallant attempt. And this one is for his par. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Still in the lead now after that hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
This putt to get to 10 under par. Ooh, right by the hole. This one's for birdie. Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. He's currently sitting in first place. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious, you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side. Make a par. Pretty simple.
This putt is about 16 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Surely it's going to.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
And 11 under in front of the player with this putt.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
This putt is from 14 feet.
They'll be soaring high if this goes in. This one for eagle.
This one has eyes for the hole. Oh, well played. Leading by 6 strokes after that one.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
That wasn't full of courage, that shot. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Oh, that's a sensational putt to make. And what about the glimpse they just gave their rival? Come and catch me now. And it's time to recap that play.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry. But can he stay that way?
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
And with this putt, he will win the event. It was on a good line. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here. And there's your Arnold Palmer Invitational champion. A stout performance on a very strong golf course.
And that was a performance that the King would have loved to have seen there, Luke. What a great win by this player.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back 9, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm happy to be out here covering our feature group's play this week. We're in for a very entertaining time as there seems to be a rivalry starting between these two players.
Yeah, well, looks can be deceiving, can't they? While they might remind you of Happy Gilmore's caddy, this player is one to beat. And good luck in this rivalry because you're going to need it. Currently 1 under for the round. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par fives on this layout.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
He's going to need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
20 feet to the hole. Shame it didn't drop. A birdie putt awaits. That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Okay, steady now. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Sitting at 2 under par. That's a good-looking shot there. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup.
Ooh. Par putt coming up here. The putt drops, and we're moving on. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat.
That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel. What an amazing shot. Let's take another look at that one.
Now this is how you play a bunker shot.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Well, you're a ball striker. There's no doubt about that.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 5 under. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Second shot here on the 7th.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill. Bit of extra juice needed.
Looking really good. That's a good putt to make. We'll take that. I will take that. And a spot in the top 10 to boot. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. This has eyes for the hole. Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
He's in a share of 7th place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That should find the cut stuff. Sitting at 7 under in a share of 7th. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 2 shots behind. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Only 2 shots off the pace. That's a touch of class.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Currently 8 under overall. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Well, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Oh, what a super shot. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Time for the second shot at the 12th. Quality shot, that one. trying to get to 11 under with this putt.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Go on, get in the hole. He's currently in a share of top spot. We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one. But watch out, if you hit in the wrong spot on the green, it'll be difficult to two-putt from there.
And that's 8 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Is Will Zalatoris. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14th.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
3 feet to go here to the hole. And that puddle drop. Well done. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do. But watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Wow, that was a great drive at the right time.
When you're 1 stroke back, you need something to happen, and he made it happen there, setting up an eagle.
Let's get back to it, shall we? This putt is for the lead.
Yes, Luke, and only 2 holes to go in this event.
Oh, just missed. And this putt to move into a share of first place.
Must make good opportunity with 2 to play.
All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
Par 3 17th, 137 yards, island green. I've actually seen a caddy throw it onto this green, but with the golf club in your hand, can you hit the green?
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Just didn't drop. 4 feet to the cup. Looks good off the blade. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. When you feel like you've survived the 17th, you stand on the 18th tee and you think to yourself, where do I hit this?
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the...
Well, bonus golf that's coming our way, Rich. We've got a playoff. Well, extra holes await here, Rich, but we're not going sudden death. This is an aggregate format.
Luke, you always have to be aggressive in a playoff. It'll be interesting to see which one blinks first.
The player with the best score over the next 3 holes will be crowned champion. If there's still a tie, it will all come down to a sudden death playoff.
This is a great format, Luke. You have to be patient, but you also have to be aggressive. I love this format.
That was a top effort, that one. So close to going down. A big opportunity here to take the lead in this playoff. And with that impressive putt, the lead is now theirs in this playoff. Let's move on to the next hole of this playoff, shall we? Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle.
Look, this player has not played this hole as well as their opponent. It'll be interesting to see if they can conjure up something special in this playoff.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
This is a good chance. And that should secure the par on this one. A nice advantage for this player, Rich.
That's a nice position to be in with this aggregate playoff.
Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. This one from about 160 yards out. Going with the 8-iron here.
He's got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
It's all come down to this. Putt for the title. And that'll do it, Rich. Players' champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players' Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
Well, you love to see it, Rich. A hard-fought playoff battle, but the victory is theirs.
All the hard work and composure totally pays off the thrilling playoff victory, Luke.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hard-working people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.